Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Kari and today I am doing the third to last, I think, in my Prettiest Covers on My Shelves series. And after that I'll go through all of them and figure out which ones are the absolute prettiest. But as far as shelves go, so this is one, well, it's sort of a conglomeration of shelves because we have nonfiction up here and then it goes to religious for like half a shelf, and then we have classics for most of it, and then the bottom shelf is kind of half historical fiction adult. So it's not really one thing or another. But that said, let's get into the 5 prettiest books from this shelf. First is City of the Beasts by Isabel Allende. Honest to God, I don't know what this is about because I haven't read it. I read The Isle Beneath the Sea by her, but I read it on audiobook. And first of all, I couldn't stand the narrator because she mispronounced so many words and it was painful. Also, it didn't seem like the translation had gone well. This one interests me. Let's see what it's about. This one says, with his mother in hospital, Alex Cold is sent to his fierce grandmother, Kate, a pipe-smoking, vodka-drinking old reporter with blue eyes sharp as daggers' points. Kate is about to embark on an expedition to the dangerous world of the Amazon, but rather than change her plan, she takes Alex with her. Apparently we're going to the Amazon with this one, but mostly the point of this video is the cover, and I love how the bright red butterflies contrast with the dark monochromatic view behind it of the trees and the fog. And it's also shiny, in case you can tell. I'm not really sure. But the sort of cloud in the back right here, that's a tree. And so I love how the foreground just looks really cool. And then all of a sudden there are these bright red butterflies. I just think it's a very eye-catching cover. Next we have Molokai by Alan Brennert. This is probably one of my all-time favorite books. It is amazing. This one centers around a girl named, not Rachel, that's the next, nope, definitely Rachel. This one focuses on Rachel, who is Hawaiian in the late 1800s into the 1970s and 80s, I think, but it follows her life. At the age of 7, she is diagnosed with leprosy and she's sent to Molokai, which is the leper colony at the time. She's ripped from her family and friends and has to figure out what to do with this disease and the life that she's been thrown into. And it's amazing. The writing is beautiful. I highly recommend it. But again, the point of this video is not the plot. It is the stunning cover. I love how vibrant the colors are. The hibiscus and other flowers, because the only one is the hibiscus up in the right hand corner that I recognize, are beautifully drawn. I adore how there's a hint of a face. I don't necessarily usually like full-blown faces on my books because I think they're ugly usually. But this one I like because it just hints at it. And I love that. I love, like I said, the colors and just the way it's all drawn and how it plays into the setting and also the font color and all of that. I just think it's beautiful. The next one is The Voyage of the Narwhal by Andrea Barrett. This one is a fictionalization of the Voyage of the Narwhal, which apparently is trying to find an Arctic passage. Didn't know that was a thing, but given humans and our history, of course it is. This apparently has some romance in it, and it follows the crew and some fictionalized characters on the Narwhal, as well as people that they left behind. This one, as we all know by now, I adore winter, love the cold, and this just is so evocative of winter. The colors in the ice are perfect, and that is one of my favorite parts of winter, is looking at the ice and the colors and the shapes that it makes. It is just fantastic. So yeah, you can see that little bit there. It's beautiful. Also, the spine on this is pretty darn cool, I have to say. I love the gold gilding on that. It is all around a beautiful book. Number 4 on this list, although it's no particular order, is The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. I recently read this book and it was not what I expected, but not half bad. This cover, as I've talked about before, is just I think, beautiful. It is gold and red and purple, which you can see. I love how these colors go together, and I love that they have the crossed swords as sort of the motif. I think it's very elegant and classic, and it goes very well with the plot, which is that there are 3 musketeers, and then D'Artagnan comes into the picture, and they go on this adventure to save king and country in 1700s, 1600s, France. My French history is much less certain than my English. And last but not least, we have Van Gogh, which is basically just a collection of his paintings and explanations, a bit of analysis, all that kind of fun stuff, which this is sort of an obligatory one because it is just beautiful. It is one of his paintings. Whether it's Starry Night or a different starry something, I don't know. I don't care. It's pretty. I like Van Gogh's painting. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Story's tragic. The Doctor Who version is amazing. Also, this one has his portrait on the back. It's painted by him, I believe. I think this is his self-portrait. But this one, I feel like, should need absolutely no explanation. It is one of the prettiest covers. And if my hands look a little strange, it's because I'm standing behind the camera so I can see what you guys will see, so that there are no glares on the cover. I'm still working those kinks out. But anyway, this book is just gorgeous. Those are the 5 prettiest covers on this particular shelf behind me. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!